the truth.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got Life Through My Eyes part 5. And you know what? Big round of merch is available for 7 more days. Go get it while you can. And let's begin in the story today. So I just started high school and just a freshman, still in Clayton. That's where I was living at the time. And you know, me and my friends' relationships, we got closer, you know, now that we're getting older. I mean, some of them, you know, from a young age I had growing up, we stayed together, obviously. But it's like our bond, you know, got tighter. And, you know, so having these people growing up, and, you know, me being such a cool kid that I am, just kidding. But I was hanging out with the older kids, you know, being friends with the people, you know, when I had the bad habits, you know, having those people still around, you know, and having those people in high school to watch my back, you know, just in case something were to happen, you know, anything could happen. You're in high school. Well, I started smoking a lot more at that time. I think it was almost close to 1 to 2 packs. I couldn't say a day because obviously I was still in school, so most of my day was in school. But after school, I would smoke almost a full pack, you know, come really close. And that's what, like, a lot of my friends at that age, some of them, you know, I was friends with seniors who were like 18, and that's when, like, the smoking age was 18. And I remember that's what we used to do. Like, after school, he'd bring me to the gas station, and I'd give him money. He'd go buy me cigarettes, and then we'd go back to my house, sit inside my yard, and we'd sit there and we'd smoke, you know. That guy, you know, he was a really good friend of mine. Me and him really got along. He was like, I hung out more with, like, the older kids than I did with, like, people my own age. At least in school, mostly was, like, kids my own age, because I think most of them lived out of town, like, out in the country. But I lived in town, and some of the big kids that I hung out with lived right in town as well. So that was also a good reason why, you know, to hang out with them. And that's what my year consisted of, to be honest. Like, literally getting done with school, going home after school, going to the gas station if I didn't have cigarettes, getting dropped off, smoking a couple cigarettes, and then he'd leave, and then, like, he'd go home, do his thing. I'd obviously go home. But then it's like I'd go hang out with my other friends, you know, during the day, or not during the day, but for a little bit after school. I'd go hang out with these people, or I'd go hang out with these people. Sometimes they were together, you know. But then, like, later on in the night, I'd go and hang out with the big kids, because we'd go smoke. Like, smoke. But, and that's what a lot of my year consisted of that year, you know. I'm coming home 3, 4 in the morning, or, you know, staying up on Skype with these females 3, 4 in the morning, and then waking up at 7 and go to school. That was almost like an everyday thing for me, you know. I always complained about how tired I was, dozing off in school. Trust me, my school was shit when my freshman year of school, you know. But then, you know, going on in that year, coming up close to the end of the year, I told everyone that, hey, I'm moving. My mom and them found a place in Turtle Lake, so we'll be transferring to Turtle Lake next year. So it was just getting close to the end of the year, and prom came around. I went with a senior. I went with 2 other girls and another dude, because I think 2 went together. The other dude and another girl went together. I went with the person I went with, and another one went solo, you know, but she still went with her group of friends or whatever. But anyways, we went out to this place outside of Clayton. Beautiful place, beautiful place. It was a normal prom, you know. I mean, this story's not just getting interesting. This is just my first prom, anyways. It was a beautiful place. I really enjoyed it. And, you know, got to spend time with my friends, obviously. It was great just being in that atmosphere. Well, then after, like, prom ended, I went home. Before I went to prom, down to beer because YOLO, whatever, you know, drinking problem. Just kidding. And down to beer real quick, and then quickly brushed my teeth, so obviously it didn't smell like alcohol when I came back. And then I went back to the school for post-prom. That was a thing that happened from like midnight till 5, 6 in the morning, whatever. Lock you in the school. Well, we did that. That was pretty cool. You know, yada, yada, yada. Did this, did that. And then after that, the year was kind of bland, you know. Same old, getting done with school, going out with my friends, getting stoned, smoking cigarettes. Well, after the school year ended, and it was my last year in Clayton, I said goodbye to everyone. I was going to miss everyone. You know, Clayton was my home. I was there for so long, you know, from 4th grade to freshman year. And it kind of hurt a little bit because I had my best friends there, and I knew deep down that after I left, they were going to be gone, and I wasn't going to talk to them, you know, wasn't going to see them. Well, after leaving Clayton and moving in with my stepmom and my dad during the summer, my sister started going to this, like, Bible school during the summer. And, you know, it was kind of cool because, like, obviously I wasn't signed up for it. You know, I'm too old, obviously. And I remember going there and just, like, hanging out with the pastor's son. And me and him are still best friends to this day. But, you know, getting involved in activities like that, you know, the summer just ended, doing the Bible stuff. I started going to church every Sunday. And I started school that year in a new school. Well, I started meeting these people. I started meeting these people. I met my best friend who also started at Turtle Lake the same year I did. And I've met a lot of people and became friends with a lot of people. But what sucked is I had a bad name I used to date a lot of girls, I guess. So I got like a really bad name. So when I moved to Turtle Lake, that name stuck with me, and I had to somehow figure out how to get over that, you know. But I didn't start off in Turtle Lake with a good start. But I call it a new beginning for me because when I was in Clayton, after I moved in with my stepmom, oh, I forgot that part. So my mom moved into the apartment, and I got to see her maybe 3 times that entire summer, and then went camping with this one girl and my aunt and a couple other people. After the trip was over, I went back to my mom's house with the girl because I was just gonna chill with her for a little bit more before I brought her back home. Well, I get there and something happens, and I got told that she couldn't be there, and my stepmom showed up, and my mom pretty much kicked me out of her house. And that was the last time I lived with my mom. And I moved in with my stepmom and my dad, like I said, did all that church stuff. Well, the school year started, I met all these new people, and pretty much just started a new life, you know? And that's what I like about it. But the one thing that sucked about this moving and doing this and having to start over is it was like how do I want to put this? I had rules, and yeah, you know, you might say they're not bad, but to me, I mean, they could have been, you know, down just a little bit. I wasn't allowed to go hang out with friends, you know, out of school because of the people I hung out with, because, you know, I wasn't able just to make friends with popular kids right away. and I wasn't able to do this, and I made friends with people who were like me. Well, like I said, I wasn't able to go and like hang out with these friends. It was pretty much go to school, come home from school, play with my sister, do my homework, and then go to bed. All right. It was pretty much like that, and then like church started. Then because I started confirmation. That's what it's called, confirmation. Well, I started confirmation, and it was like I said, it was like school, going to school, getting done with school, and then rushing to going to the church after school for confirmation, and then from confirmation, go home. And like I said, I didn't all my like friendships were like only school based. I didn't get to go hang out with them, do nothing. That's why I love school so much. I didn't have them except for at school, because my life was based at school, and you just wanted to get over, like, I had to do all these things. I had chores I had to do, and for me, not being able to go hang out with my friends, oh, like, you did this at school, or your grade, you didn't do this well at school, you can't do this, you can't do that. Hey, you know what? It sucks, and I get it. You're trying to raise a kid to be different, and you're trying to do that. But you can't just like take his like young life out of him. Like, yes, you want me to be a grown up. You want me to do this, like change my life from the person I was before, becoming this new person. And like I said, rules were rough. Times were tough. But like I said, you just tend to tune it out of your ear, fuck what everyone says, and you just go on life. That's how I lived. That was my that school year anyways. And but having that though, the accomplishments that I've gotten from that, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned this. I've learned how to be a man. I learned the biggest word of them all. I learned responsibility. And I mean, it was still a little tough for me then, just because I barely had little to none before I was there, But I had to learn what the word responsibility was real quick. And that, helped me become a different person from who I was a year ago, after being here, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, anything. I pretty much quit cold turkey. Well, I mean, I still, have the bad habit of nicotine. So, I mean, I would still, find a cigarette butt or something, But I wasn't buying, cigarette packs. I was thinking that would have been a good time for me to stop, being in a new school. You kind of just want a new start. So that's what I was trying to do, was make it a new start. And be that new start. Be that new person. But, that school year and on, I very seldom talked to my mom. It was, hey, hi, son, I just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm doing good. That was maybe a once a month thing. Maybe twice if I got lucky. Every time I asked to come see her. Yeah, you can come over for a couple hours. Oh, yay, a couple hours. Go there at 3 and got to be picked up by 7. Couldn't stay the night, couldn't do this. That's what really pissed me off. That's a reason why I am who I am. I had my bad mom. I had my stepmom, who was more of a mother to me than my real mom was. And then I had my dad, you know. But I lost touch with my mom, and it kind of hurt me deep down just because I spent most of my life with my mom. I did everything with my mother, and when you go from spending your life with your mom to not seeing your mom to very little anymore, it really leaves a toll on you, and it really hurts you. I remember just like talking to her on the phone and like saying goodbye. It'd be hard, you know, not to tear up. It'd be hard. It was hard, you know, try not to cry because I wasn't with my mom anymore, and I had a whole new lifestyle. But you know, that's how life went. That's how it was for me, and that's how part 5 is. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys for part 6 on Friday. I love you. Much love. Don't forget, Big Rhonda merch is available for 7 more days. Go get it while you can, and I will see you guys on Friday. Love you.